apply your business marketing skills
Mhm.
and make it into something. And that's when the penny dropped. Okay, now I'm going to apply all of those business skills that I applied to my graphic design business. I'm now going to
Mhm.
apply them as an art business and take it seriously.
Hola, konnichiwa, kia ora, and hello. My name is Emy, a clay artist, mom of two, and the creator of my business called EcloArt. Join me as I share with you the path where clay becomes inspiration, where with clay I craft nature's beauty and spread positivity throughout this creative journey. Explore the world of clay art and discover how it can inspire your life. Hola, konnichiwa, kia ora, and hello. I'm Emy Oikawa, and today I'm thrilled to introduce a very special guest, Anna Mollekin, the contemporary New Zealand artist behind Anna Mollekin Art and Doodleware. For those who are watching and listening, I want to share that Anna is not just a guest, she's also a dear friend and my new art collaborator. I met her no more than 3 months ago, and it feels like we know each other a lot longer. I deeply admire Anna for her professionalism and an artist and her authenticity as a person. She invests great care and intention into everything she creates. Witnessing her artistic journey is not only inspiring to me as an artist, but also as a mother who values both her professional and personal life. Anna is the kind of artist an individual who extends her care to others through her artistic and designer community. She generously supports and shares her knowledge and expertise in a nurturing and empathetic manner. Currently, Anna and I are working on a collaborative original art piece called My Floral Sunshine, and it's a fantastic project where a stunning digital drawn artwork transforms into clay with my input as a clay artist. And we'll dive into this exciting venture later in our conversation. But for now, let's give a warm welcome to Anna. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for such a lovely and heartfelt introduction. Yeah, that was so lovely hearing that.
And would you like to tell us who is Anna Mollekin for those who don't know you as a person and what gives you motivation every day to do what you're doing?
So, Anna Mollekin is a person. Who am I? Well, I'm a mother, I'm a friend, I'm a wife, and I'm a New Zealand contemporary artist. Literally, my life is pretty much art. So, when art and family and friends. So, when I'm not working full time being an artist, I'm drawing or trying to take photos. So, if one of my artist friends pointed out, so you relax by doing art. Like, do you have any hobbies that outside? No, literally, art is like my life. I live and breathe it. And what motivates me every day is literally providing something for my family, building a business that can help contribute towards the family, but also my love for supporting my fellow art community and helping my fellow artists. I've got a lot of knowledge over the years. I've been in the formerly I was a graphic designer for over 20 years in graphic design and marketing, so I can bring that to the table to help amazing other artists thrive that may not have that skill set. So I can bring that to the table to help them, because I'm about winning together. Having a thriving, abundant art sector benefits everyone.
Totally. That's awesome. Like when I met you, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. The kind of person you are. That's why I just had to give that introduction, about yourself. Tell me about the time when you were completing your bachelor's of media art and you got pregnant with your first child, Mia. What emotions were you experiencing? Like, I'm asking this because I could relate with
Yeah,
you, topic, and many other women who are listening too.
it was actually so hard because obviously I
Mhm.
was in my final year of my Bachelor of Media Arts. And so my husband and I were engaged, but we hadn't planned to have a child right then. We actually
Mhm.
wanted to like do OEs and, do all of those other sort of things and also work and get the career established. So it was
Mhm.
a lovely surprise. But it was also challenging. And I knew I had to finish my degree because if I didn't, I really thought the likelihood of me actually making it back to complete a
Mm-hmm.
degree with a small child. I don't think it would have happened. So I really had to power through. But unfortunately, I was actually got really sick. I got toxemia. So it was, I don't know if people know about toxemia. It's really dangerous. Your blood, what do you call it? Your blood pressure goes really high. And I couldn't fit my shoes. I went up 3 shoe sizes because my feet were so swollen, but I was still going to university tech, studying. I had to, my in-laws weren't that stoked. Well, they were stoked, but they were also concerned about my health. Sometimes you have to do all-nighters when you start, like the level of work you have to do. So I had to do an all-nighter, and it was just dangerous. And so towards the end of my course, I got so sick with toxemia. They were looking at maybe giving me an aggregate sort of mark, because the likelihood of me not being able to complete it. But I soldiered through, pulled it off, got top grades. I got lots of A's, and I attribute that to before that I was a party girl. So instead of having hangovers and partying, I was putting more effort into my studies. So I think I actually did better. Anyway, that aside. And so as soon as I finished, I was admitted to hospital, where I spent the last month of my pregnancy in hospital, because I was just too sick, and like so sick that my friends came to see me and they took my blood pressure, and apparently I was too happy. So my friends had to leave because they made me too happy, and my blood pressure went too high. And I had stars I couldn't see. So it's not like you could sit in bed and read or knit or do crafting, because the headaches, and I saw stars everywhere I went. It was a challenge, but I overcame. And so then basically after we had my little one, we moved to Matamata because that's where my husband got work. So then had a little baby, didn't really know, finding my foot as a mother, didn't even know what I was doing. In a small town, no family there, no friends, very isolated. And I was like, oh my gosh, and then my friends started going on OEs, and I was like, oh, am I ever going to be able to start within the industry? Because now I live in a small town. And then I think it was about 6 months later, then I saw in the local newspaper an advertisement for a graphic design job. And I was like, wait, what? Does this town have a graphic designer? Oh my gosh, I have to have this job. I have to have it, because being a small town, these jobs are rare as hen's teeth. They just don't come up. So it was a local print design company. And so I applied for it. And in the end, it came down to me and this guy from Auckland. He was going to move down from Auckland for this job. And I was like, not having that, because I live here. I need this job so bad. And I don't know where my confidence came from at this point. I think it was more like a necessity as a young mum. And so I rang him and I said, look, I really need this job. Make me a deal and we'll talk. And I got the job. So that was so direct. Yeah, and I worked there for 7 years. So I attribute that working hands-on in that design print company set me up where I did a print apprenticeship. And so that's why I'm such a print geek, because that's where I got my love for the different printing processes and knowledge and all of that.
Wow, that's awesome. Like, I think this is a question that also, there's so many new parents, new mothers that are artists or whatever they are, that we question often, like, oh my God, what is going to happen with my business, or what is going to happen with my career? So, and I think it's a moment where there's so many thoughts going in their head. And I went through it because I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen in the other side when I have the baby on my arms, but I think I found that working on EcloArt while my babies were napping or whatever, still now, when they're at kindy or we're there with my in-laws, I'm like, I just dive into my business and work, even like late nights. But that gives me like some motivation, and it gives me like sanity, for every day, just working on my business. So I thought I wanted to know what was your point of view too.
100%, I can relate to that. And that's how I got a lot of my work done.
Can you recall the moment when you realized you could turn your passion from art into a successful career, particularly when your sister helped get your artwork into local retail stores?
Yeah, so I always created my digital art, particularly. I always had sort of my Instagram, and I was always doing things. It was my passion, so that's why I had that sort of thing going on. And I was creating my digital artwork outside of, as you know, my creative outlet, because I was a graphic designer full time during the day, working for companies and fulfilling other people's briefs. So my own artwork was my own expressive outlet. So I was just creating and pretty much doing nothing with it except for sharing it maybe on social, but just didn't. And then my sister, when I came back from China, my sister was like, why don't you sell it? And I was like, oh, I don't know. That pretty much, I don't know. And then she was like, well, my friends just opened a retail shop. I'll take it in there and I'll take it into the shop and that. And then she's like, okay, well, if you want to, because it's pretty casual, really. And then she's like, oh, yeah, they want it. So yeah, let's start doing that. And even when that started happening, I don't know if the penny really did kind of drop too much. It did happen. And I was stocking it, but I still didn't really think too much. And opportunities came up on through Instagram. Like I started selling some of my artwork in New York through the stockists over there, or some retail shops that approached me. It takes a bit to make me click. So I was still quite casual about it. And so the really penny dropped was when because at the moment, at that point, just to say why, I still had this ingrained notion that I think a lot of people have, that art, and I hate to say this, art isn't a real job. You can't earn money from it. So although I was making a little, like, I still didn't see it as an art business. You think, oh, yes, I can do that. It's fine. But it still didn't have my art business mentality on. And that didn't actually snap into place until actual lockdown, because just before lockdown, I was a freelance graphic designer working for myself. So that, we call it safe commercial graphic designer artist. And I was working for Auckland City Council doing stuff, and I had a lot of big contracts on, but obviously with lockdown, the first things to shut are the libraries, the blah, blah, blah. So all my work dried up overnight, and all I had was 3 art books full of drawings that I'd full with stuff that no one hadn't seen the light of day. Maybe one post here and there on Instagram, and I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe I could, from my art books, I've got them here. What do we got? These. Maybe if I start, they're all through my sketchbook, right? Maybe if I start drawing them now on the computer, take them into Illustrator, perfect them.
Yeah.
Maybe do that, because I've got some time. So I did that and marketed it, told people about it. And if they know it exists, they can buy it, right? So I started selling, then the penny dropped, and I was like, oh, okay. Put on your business hat, apply your business marketing skills, and make it into something. And that's when the penny dropped about, okay, now I'm going to apply all of those business skills that I applied to my graphic design business. I'm now going to apply them as an art business and take it seriously. And what does it mean to be a contemporary artist and make money as an artist in this day and age? What are the different revenues you can have? You can collaborate. You can work with other companies. I'm not working with a jigsaw company, but pretend that was a jigsaw companies, drink bottle company. You know what I mean? I collaborate with paint by numbers companies, decal company. Just all these different facets. And yeah, you can have art prints. You can do markets. You can do pop-ups.
Yeah, that's awesome. It comes with this next question I have for you. What role have your collaborations with other artists and businesses have played in your artistic growth and success?
Absolutely a lot. I enjoy working with other people. I enjoy bouncing ideas. As a creative that works from home, quite often you feel like you're going solo. But if you can team up with another amazing artist, whether they be a clay artist such as yourself, or a metal embossing artist, or another New Zealand company, it's so much fun. It's because each artist brings something different to the table, and so together you can create something that would never exist without each one of you being involved. And both of you have a wide circle audience yourselves, whether it be friends, family, and then the next tier out, your own followers, art lovers, everyone. And so the magnification for both the artists involved can greatly benefit each other by working collaboratively. So you get that sort of marketing double exposure, but you also get that creative friendship fulfillment.
Yeah, doesn't it feel like if it was like a teamwork, like bringing ideas from different point of views and stuff, like having those other kind of ways of doing things or like teaching each other, I guess.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. You learn so much because both parties have ways, and then together it's just so dynamic. It's just so inspiring. I've learned to sort of, take a chance too. I met you through Instagram. Sounds crazy. I know you have to be careful online and you have to be careful who you're connecting with. But in the same token, wow, how amazing is it that you can actually meet and make friends and make these such special things if you are cautious. I do, but you know what I mean? The connections through the social, like we couldn't have met otherwise, right?
Yeah, totally. Would you like to share your feelings and thoughts about our collaboration on My Floral Sunshine?
Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely in awe of your clay mastery. Like seriously, like I've not seen anything like it. I really haven't. When you reached out to me and I was like, oh, who's this? And then I looked at your work and I was like, what the actual? This is amazing. And so I was so excited, and I just love your intensity of detail, because literally that is me when I'm drawing and creating. I'm just intense. If that makes sense. And you have that same passion of making those little balls, those little dots. And what else fascinates me about it is I build each shape up by drawing a little bit at a time, like a million little pieces. And you do pretty much similar, but completely in a different medium. So it's quite fascinating, that too. And the life that you've brought it to life so beautifully within the clay artistry, it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, like the process of me recreating the My Floral Sunshine from your original piece, My Sunshine. Oh my God, I was just like incredibly surprised of all the little details that was in there. That you put all these shades, all these different yellows, all these different pinks and like shades. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. But I was in love. I was like, I'm gonna make this happen with clay because it will look so awesome too. So yeah.
So you're So I think I find it so meditative because you just sort of absorb the space. So I hope when you were creating it, you felt the joy in the process as well, and the zone that you get into. It's creating art quiets my mind because it is intense. So it's nice to focus on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And what is the essence of the story behind My Floral Sunshine, and what do you believe makes it a unique and meaningful addition to someone's space, Anna?
So it's such a personal piece to me, because it is actually inspired by my daughter Mia. Growing up, well, more so when she was younger, I used to sing "You Are My Sunshine" every night to her, and I just wanted to create a piece that encapsulated the joy and beauty of her, that of who she's become, and sort of that, that fun energy. The flowers that, like the manuka and bits and pieces that I've used in it is photographs I've taken at a place we love to holiday at in Port Charles, so the kowhai and the haraki flowers, and so that's why the connection, that sort of tells the story in there. But how it can connect to someone within their own house is, I hope it radiates the joy and the warmth feeling and the happiness, and brings that within their space and just makes them smile. I just want the piece to have good energy and uplift. So every time you take a look at it, you're just filled with joy.
That's so beautiful. I love it. And now as as a final question, would you like to tell us what and how did the A3 Creative Collective was born, and when is this happening, where My Floral Sunshine and many other of your art pieces will be displayed next to the other talented artists and designers?
So how it came about is I'm a chicken, pretty much. So Adeline is a good friend of mine who I met through my do-to-wear collaboration, and people have been on at me for years, like, you must do markets, you must do in-person things, and I'm like, I love people, but there's no way I want to do that. I don't know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's such a personal thing. So if I was just selling a notebook, pretend this is my book and I was selling it, you didn't like this book, I actually wouldn't care too much because I didn't make it. Whereas if it was like you came and looked at my art, and I know my art's not for everyone, but if I put it out there and you're like, yuck, I don't know, rip me apart. Like, I don't mind constructive feedback, but I don't know, it's just wearing your heart on your sleeve. So I'd rather hide. I like Banksy, you know. But hey, she had the same sort of feeling. She wasn't that confident. So we thought, why not team up? Put your business hat on, Anna. You have to have a shop at some point to sell stuff. Suck it up. Do you want to make this happen? Do you want to sell stuff? Do you want to make it work? Yes, well, do it. So then we decided to do it, and both our names start with A, and then we joked about it. We need someone else that starts with A. Anyway, I've got a bestie called Amy, and we're like, oh, she starts with A, she can come on board. No, but I mean, if someone had a different name, we would have changed our name. But that's how A3 came about, because there's three of us. And so Adeline is an amazing artist. She does positive affirmations, whimsical work, and bright and vibrant, like my work as well. And then Amy, she's a fashion designer, and she has a slow fashion brand, and she makes beautiful clothing for women right here in New Zealand. And so the three of us teamed up, again, with the collaborative power that we love so much, because we thought pull all our circles together, and also power in numbers. So it's actually going to be held on starting the 23rd of October. And it's going to run for a week. And so we're going to be like Monday to Wednesday, we'll be there 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. And then Thursday through the Saturday, we're going to do 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that's just in Ponsonby Central, in Ponsonby in Auckland. So we'd love anyone in the area to come along and say hello, come and check out our work, and obviously see the beautiful My Floral Sunshine up close and personal. And if you wanted, make it your own.
That's awesome. This was a really beautiful and awesome conversation. Thank you, Anna, for coming and having a chat with us. Would you like to tell us where can people find you in your social media and your website, so people can come and check out your beautiful work?
Absolutely. So you can find my work at annamollekin.com. And so you'll be able to find my Instagram handle is Anna Mollekin Art, at Anna Mollekin Art, and Facebook's at Anna Mollekin Art as well.
Thank you, Anna. And if you'd like to witness that collaborative process behind this art piece and see how I added the clay to the board, click on this video next. And thank you so much for watching.